Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are set to go for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA featherweight division, brought to you tonight by VetTix. Give something to those who gave. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This kickboxer stands 5'9", weight in 145 pounds. Tonight, he's making his professional debut. Representing Culture Fight Club and FTF MMA, fighting out of New York City, New York, by way of Brasilia, Distrito Federal, Brazil, Rodrigo Brauna. His opponent across the LFA octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a freestyle fighter standing 5'8", weight in 145 pounds. He has an 0-1 record with 1 no contest, representing Law MMA. Fighting out of Long Island, New York, Kelvin, the Funk Monster Sterling. Your referee, Brian Miner.
Gentlemen, went over the rules. Fight hard, keep it clean. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Good luck to you both.
In his first fight in over 2.5 years, Gil, Kelvin Sterling, the older brother of former UFC champion Aljamain Sterling, goes for his first win as a pro and makes his LFA debut tonight.
Well, with the last name like Sterling, there is no easy fights coming your way.
Well said. Rodrigo Brauna making his pro debut tonight and LFA debut, and Sterling right away catches that kick and hanging on for a minute.
Yeah, I love that. Catches the kick, landing some strikes, being patient with it, scored some points, but some great balance from Brauna as well.
It's been 19 months since his last fight. Rodrigo Brauna making his pro debut after a 3-2 amateur record, a black belt in kickboxing from Brazil, now living in New York City.
Well, I see a difference in Sterling from Aljamain. Big Bro here is more patient on his feet, staying in the pocket, more composed, ready to box. Little different style, not going for the shot right away here.
Well said, absolutely.
I mean, Sterling, a little bro, is amazing as well, but more of a wrestler.
Brauna got a nice jab through. He's backing up Sterling. Up against the cage wall, trying to circle out.
Got a southpaw versus conventional. Sterling in the southpaw stance, patient. Hanging in the phone booth here. Brauna feinting, trying to cut him off, looking to use that rear kick. Sterling patient.
Sterling comes in 0-1 with 1 no contest. That no contest happened due to a accidental eye poke. But he went 7-4 as an amateur, won an amateur title in New York. Ooh. Quick little hook from Brauna, just misses.
Yeah, nice hook by Brauna. Managing the distance well is Brauna, trying to come forward, but also respect Sterling. Sterling's doing a great job of boxing, catching and going. Staying in the pocket, slipping and looking to counter. Very composed is Sterling. Lands a jab there. Brauna with the inside kick. Both gentlemen very comfortable in this position.
Absolutely, and I think you're spot on. Very patient. These guys are taking their time, picking their shots.
And very efficient with their energy as well. You know, moving around, a lot of head movement, bouncing, a lot of footwork can wear on you. Ooh, that kick.
Yeah.
I felt that one right there.
I did too.
Nice return by Brauna.
Just past the midway point of the opening round. Glad you could be a part of LFA 204 on the LFA Fight Network on YouTube.
You could just feel someone's gonna land a very significant strike.
Agreed.
Both guys are landing one shot, hard shot at a time, but someone can really just get the lead of this round. Oh, big counter right hook by Sterling.
No doubt about it. Found its target on that one. Level change.
Here we go, heating up.
We got ourselves a fight, Gil.
I don't think Brauna liked getting punched there. Now he's putting the pressure a little bit more. Has to stay in character though.
Set up your takedown. Set up your takedown.
Debut for both these men here in the LFA.
Hey, little bro wants the takedown. You know, Sterling's a great. He's like, I get that takedown.
I can hear him.
I can hear, but big bro wants the box.
So true.
I love it.
We got some of the East Coast best out here tonight. Aljamain Sterling, saw Al Iaquinta out here, Ray Longo. It's great to be on the East Coast.
Yeah, they have a great team. Ray Longo looking amazing, healthy, great team.
Yeah.
You know, building an army, and it's really awesome to see. You know, coming from a tight-knit team, it's fun to see him, you know, create great fighters, but just, you know, champions in life as well.
Absolutely, one of my favorite gyms. Nice to see Matt and Sarah getting it done too. Yeah, they have put together a formidable stable of fighters.
Oh yeah, this East Coast, it's their hood. They're running it over here.
It's true. Two guys from the West, we're just trying to fit in, but I think we're doing pretty well.
We're checking in.
That's right. The legend Ken Shamrock here as well tonight.
I
So
had
good
dinner
to
with
see
Ken
him.
last night, man.
That was a lot of fun, man.
Hope I look like that at 61.
Dude, cut. I mean, and just such a humble dude, man.
Yeah, great guy.
20 seconds to go. Nice low kick from Brauna.
Yeah, great action here, great action. Both guys going for just that one significant strike. The most significant strike, I gotta give Sterling with that right hook.
Giving him that round, Gil?
Man, very, very hard to judge, but I'm gonna say, you know, ring control goes to Brauna, pushing forward and throwing a lot of kicks, maybe a slightly more volume, but the most significant strike was that right hook by Sterling that lands. So, I mean, if I have it to give it to someone, let's give it to Sterling.
He's not throwing too much. He's just throwing to stay busy, but he's controlling the range. So he's looking like he's being more dominant. So we need you, when you throw your kicks, you throw them too slow. Fake it, whip the kick. Fake it, whip the kick, come with the punches.
All right.
We just got to open them up.
Left hand up, right? And the hook is too big.
Rodrigo, that taser, right? Okay? It's there. Okay, you're hurting him, right?
My chin.
Okay, so do that taser. Just follow it up.
Short left hook. You're looping a little bit, short, and then place the right hand. And bring his hand back to your face. He's only trying to check up. Keep doing what you're doing. Outside
More leg kicks, okay? His leg's gonna go.
Kayla with us again tonight as we get ready for round number 2. Great sound from our production crew. What'd you think of what Aljamain was saying to his brother, Gil?
Yeah, I
busy,
like it.
fakes.
I like it. I like it. You know, they know each other well, and he wants some faster kicks. He wants more feints. I always say feints are the unsung heroes of mixed martial arts.
Yes, you do.
That's what makes the openings. That's what sets things up. People just look at the flashy kick that lands, but they don't know the tactics that it goes to set it up. Already Sterling taking the center, a little more pep in his step.
Well, and again, this is his first fight in over 2.5 years, so maybe shook a little ring rust off in that opening round.
Yeah, that could be it. Ooh, big kick. You know, I'm surprised. I was surprised that Brauna wasn't firing that kick, and he was saying, hey, man, in his corner, he was saying, I fired that kick, and I'm hitting that elbow, and it doesn't feel too good. But as a coach, I'd say, well, it probably doesn't feel good for him either, so let it rip.
Well said.
We'll put ice on it later. Big right hand for Brauna.
Brauna, the Pan American silver medalist in kickboxing, black belt in kickboxing, also has a Muay Thai background. So he loves to let those feet fly. If you haven't done so, nice 2 from Sterling. Sign up now at UFCFightPass.com. Main card tonight begins at 9 Eastern. Now the Brazilian kind of hunting down Sterling.
Yeah, doing a very good job. I'd like to see Brauna let his hands go a little bit more, commit to that combo at 3 at a time. Really, you know, you have him corralled on the fence here.
Yeah, that is not where Sterling wants to be, that's for sure. You know, retakes the center of the octagon. No hesitation as Rodrigo backs him up.
It's a great matchup by Mark Berry here. Both these individuals bringing the best out of each other. Chest in the striking department. Oh, big kick. I like that from Brauna right there. See that? That was a follow-up. You know, not just landing one. You got to land 3 at a time or try more. It means a lot to the judges.
And that was the first time we saw Sterling try to take him down, and he was stuffed.
Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Hey, push him to the cage. Push him to the cage. Right.
Rodrigo Brauna training with the Culture Fight Club and FTF MMA. Richie Van Houten in his corner, originally from Brasilia, Brazil, now living and training in New York City.
I thought I heard some Portuguese chants out there, did we? I thought we was, am I in Brazil?
We will be on Tuesday.
Hey,
Here
you
we
will
go.
be.
True that. Just come along for the ride, man.
But with Glover Teixeira out here,
Another one.
you know,
yeah.
a local over here in Connecticut, and bringing that MMA and strong Brazilian presence out here, bringing MMA to the community is awesome. Flying knee by Brauna and an attack, but gets hit in the way in. Brauna asking for more.
And talking to Sterling now.
You know, I like that Brauna's a little bit more aggressive right now, and the volume's up. Could be winning just on volume. Sterling, a sharpshooter, though, landing some cleaner shots. Would like to see him follow up a little bit more.
But a nice offensive onslaught from the Brazilian.
Another check cook for Sterling.
Get the center, push! When you're first, you're tagging him. Push, Gal! You're tagging him. Push, Gal, let go! When you're first, you're tagging him. Get the center! Be first!
I agree with Coach Sterling in the corner, saying be aggressive, be first. You walk him down. There he is, landing, and he backs out. Oh, keep that pressure, Sterling. It was doing well.
Nice shot landed by Kelvin Sterling. Minute 15 to go, round number 2.
Forward, get the center!
Oh, spinning back fist and elbow. I think that caught Sterling too a little bit to the body.
Hey, man.
Ooh.
Anytime you go first, you win. 1 minute. First, go first. Go first.
Again.
Goes right back to it.
Go first, baby. Yes. Go first.
And I couldn't agree with you more, Gil. Sterling, his punches are finding the target, but he's not following them up.
Absolutely. It makes a difference in the judge's eyes. Just having more volume persuades the judges. And a takedown attempt from Brauna, shut down by Sterling.
Go. 1, 2, 3, 2. Center, center.
There we go. Backs up the Brazilian and fires back. We have 20 seconds to go. We are at the Foxwoods Resort Casino, Mashantucket, Connecticut. The first time the LFA Octagon has touched down in Connecticut, and this place is rockin', Gil. Expecting over 3,500 in this auditorium tonight.
Oh, wow. Nice crowd.
Big crowd.
Third round. Some great action between these individuals. I'm going to say 1-1 going to the third.
Like it.
Straight down the middle at the beginning of the round. Sterling lands, but bounces out. Another 2. Lands. Again, those big strikes are landing for Sterling. Like to see him follow up. The head goes back of Brauna. There's the longer combination. Spinning back fist attempts from Brauna. Nothing lands flush, but just taking that to the shoulder doesn't feel good.
I'm sure.
Just generating some power there. I like the attempts, just the volume alone, and the fact that I gave the first close round to Sterling. I'm going to say 1-1.
I'm with you. We are tied going into this third round. Both corners encouraging their fighters, screaming. Aljamain Sterling is losing his mind. Anyone's fight. High kick from Brauna, blocked by Sterling. And Sterling fires back. Ooh.
Nice start by Sterling. I like it. I like it. Eats a 2. Let's see if he continues.
He was 100% told by his brother, you have got to pick up the pace and keep firing, not just one shot, punches and bunches.
Yeah, a 2-3 would just, look at that, a 3-2, there you go. Just adding one behind it, man, just makes a difference.
Letting his hands go now. And on the attack is 35-year-old Kelvin Sterling. Another nice jab.
Got the flow going with the boxing. Brauna had to change things up. Good opening minute in this last round for Sterling.
Absolutely.
Needs to keep it up though. There he goes again. Jab, jab, 2.
Kelvin Sterling.
Got the respect of Brauna for sure.
He sure did.
Brauna backing up a little bit more.
And I think he's gaining confidence as this fight goes on.
Beautiful hooks, Trey. Look at this exchange.
Yeah, Sterling looking real light on his feet.
I like that, you're right.
He's showing a little fake, a little feint here and there.
Got the boxer bounce going on.
And caught Brauna coming in again.
Oh, nice action.
Beautiful stick. Oh, nice level change.
Did he just level change under that spinning
Under
wheel kick?
the, oh my gosh. That's a fight-ending kick if it lands flush.
Kelvin Big Bro Sterling likes to throw hands. You know, his younger brother Aljamain Sterling made a career of being a phenomenal grappler. Of course, he can strike as well.
Yes.
But is known for taking people down and having that funk jitsu. Oh, both men showing respect at the end here. Halfway to go.
Brian Minner has stopped action here. I believe for an eye poke.
Sterling shakes it off. Savage, I like it. He has great momentum. He might as well keep going with it.
Yeah. We pick up action just past the halfway point of the final round. And this has been a big round for Sterling. Does Rodrigo Brauna have a comeback in him here in the third? Punches his way in, but not landing.
Brauna trying to go for the body lock.
And Sterling back up against the wall right in front of us.
Yep, pummeling in though, breaking the body lock. Has some wrist control here. Looking to circle out, circles away. That was a long round.
Wow.
Big flying knee by Brauna.
Looked like Sterling defended it pretty well, but this is what Brauna needs to do. He needs to get on the offense.
Yeah, he has a minute and 20 seconds, man. Just foot on the gas pedal can really change the outcome here, but as he presses forward, he's walking to the straight punches of Sterling. Sterling's starting to get his groove here.
Beautiful combination from Kelvin Sterling. I mean, he is on fire here in the third. Oh, man. Rodrigo Brauna wants to land that spinning back fist or elbow. And now the Brazilian takes the back of Sterling with 50 seconds to go. Nasty knees to the thigh. Wow. The kickboxer unleashing here.
Mat return.
Winding down.
25 seconds here.
And oh, it looks like Kelvin Sterling is bleeding. Oh, looking for the rear naked choke. Oh, Sterling fighting his way out, hanging on as time's winding down.
Props to Brauna for just not quitting and pressing forward and making something happen. I think he's still short on the W in this round here, but props to his aggression and for making adjustments. Great fight, both you individuals. I think we have a split decision possibly coming here.
I think you could be right. I mean, Kelvin Sterling was in control of that third round, and then suddenly, about a minute left after the eye poke, Rodrigo Brauna got things rolling, and I don't know what he cut him open with, but Dale Arbuckle going to work on Kelvin Sterling. He took some damage as that round came to an end.
Yeah, great round. Sterling still gets the W in that round. First 2 rounds very competitive. Beginning of the round, the 3rd round here, 2 lands.
Very accurate with his strikes in this round.
Yeah, started getting that boxer bounce and started putting more punches together, 2 at a time.
Exactly what his corner was saying.
Starts landing. Flying knee, though. Great adjustments by Brauna, trying to make a fight happen. Again, that boxer bounce by Sterling. Good fluid boxing out there, I think, really helped him in that round. Brauna pushing forward, though, always going for the W. Great performance by both these individuals.
Listen, that was amazing.
You even have to tell me I felt to see it. I felt it as soon as it touched. Boom. Was it the elbow? Nah. It was the right hand. Sit down, man.
All right, judges have calculated their scores. Let's get the official decision. We go inside to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Peabody scores this bout 30-27. Judge Smith scores this bout 30-27. And Judge Mahmoud scores this bout 29-28. All for your winner by unanimous decision, Rodrigo Brauna.
Wow, a unanimous decision going the way of Rodrigo Brauna. Successful pro debut, taking out Kelvin Sterling.
30-27 twice. I'm not too sure I agree with that. Maybe
How did they, yeah.
I guess the back take at the end was significant for them, but I just thought a lot of significant strikes were landed in that 3rd round for Sterling. Can easily see those first 2 rounds going for Rodrigo as well. You know, great fight. I'm not mad at all.
Yeah, very entertaining. Great way to kick off LFA 204, and what a debut for that man, 28-year-old Rodrigo Brauna. Gives Kelvin Sterling, the older brother of former champ Aljamain Sterling, a loss and scores a win in his pro debut.
You know, I think if you're watching this in the back, these young fighters were probably going to think, hey, that last takedown in the last 30 seconds is going to be significant tonight. You know, I thought that striking that 3rd round went to Aljamain there. I thought it was,
Kelvin.
I'm sorry, Kelvin.
Yep.
Kelvin Sterling there. He was landing some good punches and yeah.
Well, coming up at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, there is our main event. Another LFA event and another world title on the 9. The big boys get the spotlight tonight when champion Hugo Cunha defends his strap for the first time when he battles with challenger Denzel Freeman. If you haven't done so, get over to UFCFightPass.com and sign up today. And if you want to make LFA 204 more exciting, join BetOnline, betonline.ag. They've got the most current odds for LFA 204 as we continue to roll through the prelims, getting ready for fight number 2. At the beautiful Foxwoods Casino Resort. And there you go. Get in on the action. Scan the QR code on your screen. Man, tight odds, Gil, in that main event. Denzel Freeman, the challenger, is the favorite, coming in at -185. The comeback on the champ, Hugo Cunha, +155. We check out the rest of the odds. The return of Ang Tuan Ho, they are high on him. He comes in at -2,500.
I like what I see here, man. Some exciting action. I like that the heavyweight matchup, the main event, is so close in these odds. And, you know, it's going to be a great fight tonight.
Absolutely. Scan the QR code now and get in on the fun at betonline.ag. We continue to roll on here at the LFA 204 preliminary action, and what a matchup we have. That name, Gracie, yes, he is the son of Reylan Gracie, grandson of Elio Gracie, and nephew of Royce Gracie. Reylan Gracie making his pro debut tonight against the undefeated Quentin Pasley. Tail of the Tape is powered by the South Bay Society. Pasley, 23 years old, and Gracie at 35 is 12 years his elder. Pasley is 2 inches taller and will try to use a massive 8-inch reach advantage. Once again, we go inside the LFA Octagon, and Mike Kendall.
Fight fans, this contest is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA light heavyweight division, brought to you tonight by the South Bay Society. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 6'2", weighing in 203 pounds tonight. He's making his professional debut. Training independently, fighting out of Los Angeles, California, Reylan the Hitman Gracie. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a mixed martial artist standing 6'4", weighing in 203 pounds. He holds a 1-0 record. That win coming by way of knockout. Representing Fighting Arts Academy, fighting out of Milford, Connecticut, Quentin Pasley. Your referee in charge of the action, Dan Mergliata.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. Been through the rules in the locker room. Want you to obey my commands at all time. Want you to protect yourselves at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Good luck to both of you.
You know you're on the East Coast, and it's a big fight when the third man in the octagon is Big Dan Mergliata, one of the best. Quentin Pasley comes in as a big favorite, minus 1,200, making his LFA debut, 1-0 record. And yes, Reylan Gracie, the Hitman, comeback on him is plus 750, making his pro debut. He said he's trained constantly, of course, because he's a Gracie. He said he was a little too nervous to get in the cage, but says recent life-altering events made fighting sound fun. So here he is, came in from Southern California, making his debut at 35.
You know, that's the right attitude. If you do want to be a fighter, do it for fun, do it because you love it, for no other reason. And already, I like the footwork by Gracie. He ultimately wants to get the takedown, but he's moving around and doing the classic Gracie kicks to the oblique, to the body, that teep right there. Man, Quentin looks pretty massive out there as well, too.
100%, 23 years old from Milford, Connecticut. Quentin Pasley, 1-0. Won an amateur title, actually 3 amateur titles. Making his LFA debut, fighting at the Fighting Arts Academy, and our good friend Nick Newell in his corner. Gracie tumbles, but he's back up. And there's, oh, beautiful stuff of the takedown from Pasley. Gracie goes in again. 0 for 2.
You know what? You got to keep shooting, though, because that's the game plan, right? All you need is one to land. I think Gracie stumbled a little bit.
He did.
Jumping knee.
It's gonna
Down
be over.
goes Gracie.
And that is all. Quentin Pasley busted up Reylan Gracie with a devastating shot, Gil. You called it. You saw it right when it happened.
Pasley's a monster.
Holy moly. Remember the name. Absolutely.
Barely
Quentin
broke
Pasley.
a sweat out there. Barely broke a sweat. Training partner of Denzel Freeman, is that correct?
Correct, yes.
Training alongside, getting ready tonight.
Trains under Nick Newell, former PFL fighter.
I take that back.
With
Training
Justin
partner of
something.
Justin Studd.
There we
Yeah,
go, my
that's what
bad.
it was. Justin Sumner's
We
training
will
partner.
see.
Let's see it.
Yeah, check it out. Here we go.
Failed shot attempt. Gracie definitely wants to get it to the mat here. Pasley walking him down. Left hook kind of stumbles him there. Gracie pulls guard. Flying switch knee. Got the Masvidal switch knee midair. Rocks Gracie, followed by a hook. Pasley walks away.
Man, he came in with a 100% finishing rate as a pro and amateur. 1 knockout as a pro, 4 knockouts and 3 submissions as an amateur, Gil, and only 23 years old. Nick Newell told me, he's like, keep an eye on this kid. He is a killer, and he was not lying.
Not lying indeed.
The doctors are going to work on Reylan Gracie in front of us. The power, and it's good to see him get back up and on his stool.
And kudos to Gracie for having the courage, taking on Pasley. Not many people say yes to a fight like that, and not many people with that last name. You know, that takes a lot of courage to go out there and take that risk. So
Absolutely.
Shout out to Gracie, and a shout out to the whole Gracie familia for all they've done for the sport of mixed martial arts.
100%, I'm with you. Well said. Well, big win for Quentin Pasley. Stays unbeaten. It's his 9th consecutive victory, including his amateur career. Big one for him. And he has made a mark. Well, he's made a mark on Reylan Gracie as well. Improves to 2-0 as a pro, and looked really impressive in getting the win tonight. Great crowd here in Mashantucket, Connecticut, Foxwoods Resort Casino. 2 LFA preliminary bouts in the record book now, and we got one more coming up here in a few minutes. If you haven't done so already, get over to UFCFightPass.com and sign up. UFC Fight Pass is your exclusive home of the LFA. Let's now get the official decision back inside Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Dan Mergliana, calls a stop to this fight. 1 minute, 31 seconds of the very first round, declaring a winner by TKO, Quentin Pasley.
Another win, but his first inside the LFA octagon. Quentin Pasley remains undefeated and is definitely a fighter to keep an eye on. Well, we said the stars are out here in Connecticut at Foxwoods for sure. And a man who was just working hard in his brother's corner, the former champ Aljamain Sterling is here. Champ, great to see you, my man.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, it wasn't the outcome that you would hope for,
Yep.
but your brother put on a real good performance. We were maybe expecting a split decision. Definitely, we were not thinking it would be a unanimous decision. Your thoughts on the fight?
It was a really close fight, you know, but he took 2.5, almost 3 years off for him to come back and perform like this. I definitely think he's a 135er, a little bit undersized.
Okay.
I think that kind of got into his head a little bit, seeing how big he was standing across the octagon from him. And he opened up in the 3rd round, which I was happy about. So
Sure did.
that's really what it's about, you know, having such a long layoff, coming back and just having some fun and just go out there and just let it loose, man.
Yeah.
I agree. I thought he had a great 3rd round. I actually thought he won the 3rd round. I see you in this, you know, corner coaching. You know, is that something you like to do nowadays, giving back to the next generation, giving back to your brother? Is that what we can see more from you in the future?
I hope so. I used to do a lot more cornering when I was living full-time in Long Island, but now I'm obviously living in Vegas, so I get a lot of guys that ask me to help them out. So at some point, that might be the natural transition, I guess.
Yeah, you would do great. We heard you coaching them up, and man, not only were you motivated, but you also had some great advice. So we'll look to see the return of your brother, but I know fight fans are wondering when you will be back in the octagon. Give us a little tease. What can we expect coming up here, champ?
There's a couple of names out there. I would love to fight Arnold Allen. I would have loved to fight Patricio Pitbull, but he's now fighting Yair Rodriguez. That was on the table, but it was a little too short notice for me. We'll see what opportunities arise, and I'm just waiting for a ranked opponent. I think the last one was really close. And I just think maybe 1-2 good more fights, and I could be right back there in title contention again.
I agree.
I'd love to see that matchup with you and Arnold Allen. How do you see that playing out?
Bro, he's a man. He's not an easy out. People think I'm just gonna wrestle him to death. I'm like, dude, the guy can wrestle. He's pretty damn good. But if I want to fight a name, I want to fight a name that means something. A name that gets you a little bit nervous, gets you up in the morning to go do those workouts. That's a guy I want to fight.
Hey, last question for Aljamain. You know, you just mentioned it. You're training now in Las Vegas, but New York and Long Island roots, and we were watching what just what the Sarah Longo MMA team is putting out, and just so many athletes now coming out of this area. It's really become. How about Connecticut too? You add in Glover and Alex Pereira. It's almost become a hotbed for MMA here in the Northeast.
Yeah, I think the talent here is really like just surged up. You find guys on this side of the country, and I just think the talent is just really, really deep. There's so much depth to the divisions. Everyone's growing. I remember, like I say now, if I were to have to start my career over on the regional circuit, man, good luck. You know what I mean? It's night and day from like when we started, you know?
Absolutely.
I'm like, man, I could get by with just my wrestling. Nowadays, all these guys are so good, and all the coaches, they're way more schooled, way more informed, and you can see that with the growth of MMA just all over the world.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you taking the time. I know you want to catch some fights, so enjoy the rest of the evening, and welcome here at LFA 204.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. I hear that. Good to see you.
5 must-see bouts make up tonight's LFA 204 card here at the spectacular Foxwoods Casino Resort in Connecticut. Here's a preview of what's coming up at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific on UFC Fight Pass.
Connecticut is a state steeped in sporting history, where grit meets glory, and its championship pedigree comes alive every March. That proud tradition continues as the LFA brings the Heavyweight World Championship to New England's first state at LFA 204. In the main event, the Heavyweight World title is on the line. Hugo Silverback Cunha is a man with a golden touch. The 6-time Brazilian national wrestling champion with a second-degree BJJ black belt ascended to the throne by unleashing his world-class pedigree. Now he looks to become just the second heavyweight in LFA history to successfully defend his crown. He will face Denzel Luke Fox Freeman, who is an active U.S. Marine Corps captain, training at the U.S. Olympic Training Center in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. The distinguished military hero, NAIA Wrestling National Finalist, and former Greco-Roman Wrestling Olympic hopeful now has his sights set on LFA gold. Also entering the LFA octagon, Shama Show member Ed Nilsson Kai Kai Santos. Tough 27 finalist Joe Scalator Janetti. A viral knockout sensation Antoine the Highlight Ho. Live from the Foxwoods Resort Casino in Mashantucket, Connecticut, LFA 204 starts now.
You know it's a big night when the big boys are in the octagon and there's a heavyweight championship on the line. Yeah, what a matchup as Hugo Cunha comes back to take on the challenger in Denzel Freeman. First title defense, Gil, after a year away and an appearance on Dana White's Contender Series for the champ.
Yeah, Hugo Cunha is a Brazilian mixed martial artist who's a freestyle national champ for Brazil, but also has a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Taking down his opponent with that freestyle wrestling and systematically passing to superior position, landing vicious ground and pound, taking his opponents back with 4 rear naked chokes and a beautiful arm triangle we see here. Look for him to use his wrestling, but yes, lean on his black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Well,
Denzel Freeman, a Greco-Roman American mixed martial artist, is a tank out there, athletic, agile, and also loves to do throws and takedowns and looks to choke out his opponent. The great thing about two great wrestlers, sometimes they neutralize their wrestling, and we see banging on their feet. Great boxing. I would love to see both these guys mixing it up.
And now you're checking out a man who is coached by the great Plinio Cruz and teammate of Alex Pereira, Ed Nilsson Santos.
Santos is an aggressive fighter, fan-friendly, always pushing forward, has a smile on his face, just a psychopath out there, loves this sport, and I love his attitude.
The Ultimate Fighter Season 27 finalist, Joe Giannetti, looking for his first win inside the LFA Octagon.
Yeah, Giannetti is a LFA veteran and has some slick jiu-jitsu. Long, lanky body, trying to jump triangles, jump guillotine, long dart chokes, looking to reap the leg here and land some heel hooks. This kid is very great, a good long fighter for this division. Let's see how he shines tonight.
And here, the highlight is back. Antoine Ho returns looking for his 7th career win inside the LFA Octagon. I mean, he is the highlight.
He is the highlight. Let's just sit back and enjoy all this action. A feint, a kick mid-air, putting his opponent out, stalking his opponent, landing a vicious leg hook, putting him to sleep. And look at this slick entries from the striking, mixing up his wrestling, using his jiu-jitsu, rolling to knee bar here. And my goodness, look how extended this knee is. I'm gonna puke. Look at that.
Never. Antoine Ho is back. Sign up now at UFCFightPass.com for the main card of LFA 204. Final preliminary bout, we move to the lightweight division and a matchup between undefeated Kevin Carrier and Kyle Pufahl. Carrier's 32 years old and Pufahl 7 years younger. Carrier is a couple of inches taller and slightly longer in the reach. Pufahl, unfortunately, came in heavy for this matchup and will forfeit a percentage of his purse to Carrier. Once again, inside to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA lightweight division. Brought to you tonight by Wolfpack. Never average, always a wolf. Wolfpack, the official backpack of the LFA. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This striker stands 5'10", weighing in 158 pounds. He holds a professional record, 5 wins, 2 defeats, with 4 wins coming by way of knockout. Representing Nos Dos MMA, fighting out of Somersworth, New Hampshire, Kyle Pufahl. His opponent across the LFA Octagon, fighting out of the red corner. Holds a professional record 3-0 with 1 win coming by way of knockout, 1 by way of submission. He is a Rex Kwon Do style fighter, standing 6 foot tall, weighing in 155 pounds. Representing Synthesis MMA and Ultimate Athletic Syracuse. Fighting out of Rochester, New York, Kelvin Carrier. Your referee in charge of the action, Brian Miner.
Gentlemen went over the rules. Fight hard, keep it clean. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Good luck to you both.
There is your favorite according to a bet online. Kevin Carrier coming in with a spotless 3-0 record. He comes in at minus 280. Come back on Kyle Pufahl with a 5-2 record. He is a plus 200 underdog. Ron Kruk and Gilbert Melendez with you. Our final LFA 204 preliminary bout. Rex Kwon Do, says Kevin Carrier.
I like it.
Love it.
Grab my wrist. No, the other wrist.
Think anyone wants to get hit with a roundhouse kick with someone wearing these pants? Not at all.
Isn't that funny?
Kevin Carrier, 32 years old, out of Rochester, New York, 1-0 in the LFA, 1-0 in Bellator too. Dangerous, explosive. His Tapology's #3 ranked lightweight in New York. But he's got his hands full with Kyle Pufahl. He's won 4 in a row.
Yeah, Pufahl is pretty confident right here. You can see from his stance, both these individuals are holding their ground. Big, oh my gosh, big head kick for Poof.
Poof. Got blue belt in BJJ, but prefers to do his damage on the feet. Comes in with 5 victories, 4 coming via knockout.
Yeah, Pufahl definitely not backing down, trying to take command of this fight. You know, Carrier very comfortable, trying to gather information, looking to counter, switch his stance, lands a big kick. He likes it. He might be standing southpaw a little bit more often.
Having some success here in the opening round. Coming up at the top of the hour, the LFA 204 main card. Heavyweight title on the line.
Crafty as Carrier, some oblique kicks, showing that he's a veteran. Stay calm and composed. Switch his stance again. Expect a big kick coming up.
Carrier, purple belt in BJJ. His grandfather was a pro boxer. He's also 4-0 in pro grappling matches. That's a low kick to the calf from Carrier, starting to attack that lead leg.
Yeah, trying to stop that forward pressure of Pufahl. Just probing, chipping away. Beautiful head kick by Pufahl. He really gets that leg up there, falls to the ground. Takedown by Carrier. Standing arm triangle.
Look at this. Opportunity for Carrier. No panic from Pufahl yet.
Carrier tries to push off the cage, a la Jacare, a la Reylan Gracie. Falls off the back of Pufahl. Nice body shot.
Beautiful, and then upstairs too, Gil.
And Pufahl's pretty good out there. I like it. I like his striking style.
I don't think Carrier wants to stay up against that cage. Now he is working hard for a takedown.
He's showing his MMA. He's a veteran, has the striking, but maybe the path of least resistance could be in the grappling, so why not explore it? Pufahl doing a great job in this tight clinch. Neutralizes the takedown.
Great back and forth action. Pufahl, 5 of his 7 fights have ended in round 1. He's won a couple of amateur titles. And on the flip side, Carrier, 3 belts as an amateur. What a matchup.
What a matchup, Ron. I agree. Pufahl loves that left kick, whether he's in southpaw or conventional. Man, he can really launch and it gets high up there. Eats a straight right as he tries to set up that kick. Beautiful counter to the kick by Carrier.
Very fast hands from Carrier. Under a minute to go, opening round.
Carrier trying to push forward now, trying to take command of the center of this LFA octagon.
Carrier training at Synthesis MMA and Ultimate Athletics in Syracuse. Heard his corner saying, kick right down the middle, it's open.
Carrier settling in, holding the center of the octagon. Feeling comfortable out there. Nice hook by Pufahl. Beautiful.
Just like you said, loves to follow it up with the kicks.
Yes,
to the
really
body.
good rhythm.
Bell sounds, round at #1 in the books. Make sure you are following the Legacy Fighting Alliance across the social media spectrum at LFA Fighting.
Good round. I really like this featured fight.
Yeah, all the prelims have been very entertaining as we check out the highlights in the opening round.
There's that body shot, right to the body. Carrier wears it well. Poof another with the jab to follow up. Carrier lands a right hand to counter the kick. Nice adjustment to stop those big kicks. These guys are playing chess out there. I give that first round to Poof. A little more aggressive, pushing the pace, but I feel Carrier's gathering information, starting to pick things up, landing the jab, holding the center more. Things are heating up.
Both men on impressive win streaks. Carrier 3 in a row, 4 in a row for Pufahl. We are set for round #2. Kelvin Carrier, 5 months ago, he got a win in his LFA debut. And I hear his corner saying, we need to go. Time to move forward, push him back.
Nice jab, stuffs the kick of Carrier. Poof switches stance, tries to set up his kick again. I think the corner of Carrier's calling for more forward pressure and aggression. I don't know if that's necessarily the answer. I just think longer combinations and then back on the outside. Carrier has some speed in him. I'd like to see him land a few more punches, then disengage.
Right now, Pufahl letting those kicks fly. Tripped him down, and then that was beautiful. Just missed with the head kick, and both fighters
recognized it, right?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Touch gloves. That. Nice try, buddy. Nice try. Under 4 to go.
You can see how seasoned Carrier is, though. Just really comfortable out there. Body lock, gets the takedown. Huge moment.
Nice takedown from Kelvin Carrier. Kyle Pufahl back on his feet, though, quickly.
Trying to attack the neck was Carrier. Trying to make something happen. You know, even though he didn't hold Poof down, that could take the win out of someone, right? Just pushing those takedowns. And you can see Poof right here is moving back a little bit, trying to get his gas back, use some athleticism to get back up.
That'll at least make Kyle Pufahl think about the takedown coming again, as we're at 3 minutes to go in the second round. Carrier attacking that lead calf. That's
doing
3 in a row.
Damage. Nice call, Ron. You saw it there.
Wow. Let's go 4.
Switching legs. Body kick.
Kick starting to land for Kelvin Carrier. But I liked what his corner said, keep your hands up. Pufahl gets one of those head kicks through. Could be good night.
Carrier's being crafty out there. Made some adjustments, chopping the lead legs now.
Yes, great adjustments in between rounds from his team.
And Poof is getting a little frustrated. You can see it. He wants to make something happen. Poof might need to step on the gas pedal and press forward himself.
Yes. Before that lead legs turns to rubber.
That jab's there all day. That jab is there all day.
Carrier's corner wants him to start unloading with the jab. Beautiful combination.
1-2, you could see Poof starting to wear a little bit. Head kick.
Plenty of time for Kelvin Carrier. And you do get the feeling, Gil, that Pufahl's gas tank is running low.
Nice jab for Poof. Not only gas tank, but just wearing some damage.
Sure.
Carrier's sticking the jab, landing the kick. Oh, he's going down. I'm having flashbacks, Ron.
Oh, wow. Carrier destroying that calf. And as you said, damaged blood now streaming from the nose of Kyle Pufahl. What a round for Kevin Carrier. Very intelligent fighter. And props, as you said, to his team for really turning it around in the second round. Pufahl still firing away, though.
Now, Pufahl is always dangerous. Beautiful 2-3 by Pufahl, just misses. Carrier with the right kick.
I love the patience of Kevin Carrier.
Yeah, just calm and composed out there.
Yeah, man, just chill.
But fast response. You gotta have fast twitch to be able to do this.
And the blood continues to trickle from the nose. Kyle Pufahl, the 25-year-old from New Hampshire, making his LFA debut tonight.
And Carrier really showing that Rex Kwon Do.
Rex would be proud. Bell sounds, and I mean, what a dominant round for Kevin Carrier. Enough to maybe get a 10-8.
I wouldn't go that far, but I think you can tell it was just a lot more dominant of the first round, right? Yeah. Sometimes it's tough on our sport of MMA when you talk about scoring, right? You have 2 close rounds, and you have a dominant third, yet the guy loses 2-1.
Yeah.
But yes, that was a, it's a 10-8.5.
There you go. Appreciate you working with me. Let's take a look at some of his handiwork. There was the
adjustments.
Kicks.
Yeah, just chopping that lead leg, attacking that calf repeatedly. Inside kicks. Feint right there. Feint hook, jab, 1-2.
Wow.
You know, the IQ of Carrier showing. First round, got a lot of information. You know, made some adjustments. Wasn't over aggressive. Found the hole in the game of his opponent. Starts chopping the legs, opens up top. Looking cool, calm, collected.
Looking to make it 4 wins in a row. And now our ringside physician's going to take a look at Kyle Pufahl. And looks like we will continue the action. Third and final round. Ron Kruk and Gilbert Melendez with you.
Already showing a limp on the way out was Pufahl. Gotta hide that.
Yeah.
I'm one to talk, man. I've been there. It's just really hard,
Brutal,
you know.
right?
Yeah, man. It's, you know, you can usually fight or fly. You can hide some of that stuff, but man, that one right there, that one hurt.
Warning for a low blow.
I think it's time for Pufahl to step on the gas pedal if he has it in him. Easier said than done.
Right. But he already looks like he knows he has to.
Yes.
He needs to do something here in the third, and he's being the aggressor and he's pushing the pace so far.
And Carey already being smart, going up top to the head right now, as Pufahl's probably more concerned with his legs. As soon as he starts thinking about his head, he's going to go back down to the legs.
You know it. Busy week for the LFA. LFA number 205 going down next Friday from Brasilia, Brazil. First time that the LFA Octagon will touch down in the capital of Brazil. A little surprised we're not seeing a Carrier be a little bit more aggressive here in the third, Gil.
Well, I feel like he's been patient and smart and calculated this whole fight, and he seems like one who finds the right opening. So I think we will find that moment where he does step on the gas pedal a little bit more, and this may be it here. Level change to the double leg. Now to the single lifts. Let's go.
So far, so good for Kyle Pufahl fighting off this takedown attempt.
But I do like how Carrier isn't overcommitting to anything, right? I feel like he's been able to, you know, keep it at an 8 this whole fight, never pushing to a 10. Just composed and efficient this whole fight.
For sure. Both fighters, I think, got elbows through the guard in that little exchange.
Go, 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 go.
Just past the midway point, round number 3. Still anyone's fight.
Big right hand from
Yes,
Poof.
sir. Pufahl finding the target now. I heard both corners saying they need to win this round. Encouraging their fighters, and now Carrier continues to back Pufahl up.
Oh, big uppercut elbow for Poof. Lands with that lead left hand, left elbow.
I mean, great heart from the 25-year-old. He could have come out and just been dominated by Carrier, and who would blame him after getting that lead calf destroyed in the second. Now Carrier punches his way in, looking for a single leg. Watch for the elbow off the break. And it's Pufahl with the elbow off the break.
I'm surprised Carrier isn't going downstairs to the calves right now. And maybe to your point earlier, I thought he might try to go a little bit more for the kill, like you said. And, you know, as it does wrap up here in this round, it's still a competitive fight.
Absolutely. We're just under a minute to go. And good on Kyle Pufahl for fending off a couple of takedowns here in the third. Man, Kevin Carrier wants that takedown.
Big 40 seconds coming to an end here. If Poof can do something big.
Level change and another takedown attempt. And both fighters sprawl on the ground. Pufahl back up on his feet, a Carrier all over him.
We saw the early prelim end this way. Sterling was able to end up on, I'm sorry, his opponent Brauna was able, big moments here.
Kyle Pufahl raining down shots as time's winding down.
Holy smokes, might have turned this whole fight around here.
And there's the bell. We will go to the judges' scorecards, but you called it, Gil. What a comeback at the end of that round for Kyle Pufahl.
And you know what, Ron, you might have called it, meaning Carrier should have tried to take a bigger lead and really try to take it to his opponent. It's going to be a close call here.
It's going to be an extremely close call. A reminder, if you haven't done so, sign up at UFCFightPass.com. The LFA 204 main card is coming up at the top of the hour. Heavyweight championship on the line. Let's take a look at the third round, Gil.
Poof eats a jab, but comes back with the 2. Hanging tough. Knows he's in a bad place with that calf. Uppercut left elbow.
Wow.
On the whiskers, and then lands on top. Carrier trying to land the Kimura. Poof pulls his arm out, starts dropping elbows after elbow. Right hand lands, another elbow. Carrier trying to build his base, but ends on the bottom. My goodness.
What a just amazing flurry by Pufahl to end that round. Would it be enough to steal it? I mean, and I don't even know if he needed to do so, because I think he was in control of that third round even before that onslaught.
You believe so? You believe Poof was winning that round, landed some good strikes, huh?
I do. I'm glad I'm not judging tonight.
Yeah, me either.
Tough one to call. And they're taking their time with it.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Not flipping a quarter. Just kidding.
Get a shot of that. Who's that judge flipping?
That was a close round. Let me flip a quarter here.
We're kidding.
I'm kidding.
We
That's
got
not
the
happening.
best here.
The best of the best, for sure.
Foxwoods Resort Casino. All right, third and final preliminary bout going to the judges' scores. Let's get the official decision over to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. And all 3 judges scored this bout the same. 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision, Kyle Pufahl.
Wow.
Unanimous decision
Holy
to
smokes.
Kyle Pufahl. Make it 5 consecutive wins. A victory in his LFA debut and gives Kevin Carrier his first professional defeat. Unbelievable, Gil.
You know what, Ron? You know, you called it. You were wondering, you're like, hey, why isn't he pressing? And I said, listen, man, he's been gathering information. We will see the onslaught. It never came.
No, it never came.
And then Poof turned it around, and he ended with the onslaught. And I believe rightfully so, he wins that fight. Way to dig deep there, Poof. Thank you for the entertainment.
Welcome, absolutely, to the LFA, Kyle Pufahl. Well, thanks for joining us for the LFA 204 preliminary fights on the LFA Fight Network on YouTube. Visit the LFA Fight Network for live preliminary bouts before every LFA main card, and follow the LFA on social media at LFA Fighting. For my broadcast partners, Mike Kendall and Gilbert Melendez, I'm Ron Kruk. We will see you over on UFC Fight Pass.
This is as real as it gets, and it's mind-blowing.
I love everything about that fight.
These are the moments that the fighters live for. I can't wait. Oh, kicked him in the face. Oh, Rose.
We will all witness a piece of UFC history.
Unbelievable.
You're sitting at home watching this, and you just go, holy shit.
The double tap does what he wants.
Master, teach me Kung Fu.
One of the most epic fights.
There's nothing I do better in this life than fighting.
Unbroken, baby. This team is unbroken.
We have a sport with some of the best athletes in the world.
Boom!
One of the greatest knockouts you'll ever see. Oh! The UFC has never been stronger.
It does not get any better. That is good.
This is a crazy sport, ladies and gentlemen.